This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
That's right. Right into it we go. And the St. Paul Saints go right into it as well, because they play some baseball tonight at CHS Field. First pitch, 6:37. St. Paul is 7th in the International League West Division, 63-69. The club hasn't announced the starting pitcher for tonight's contest yet. But whenever they do, you can be sure CHS Field is going to be a beautiful place for a ball game. It's 6:37 tonight. Go, St. Paul Saints.
Sauce, if you could watch any one pitch in the world tonight for the St. Paul Saints, pick somebody.
If I could watch anyone in the world pitch for the St. Paul Saints,
I'd pick Nolan Ryan.
Michael Bublé.
that might not be bad. Greg Maddux.
Ooh.
Who would you pick?
Kerry Russell.
I would have picked Dave Matthews because then I could go meet him.
Okay.
Have
Why?
you watched?
Did I
Just
miss
wondering.
something?
No, we don't know who's on the mound. I just wanted to know who you wanted to watch pitch. I just think it's interesting that you took Greg Maddux.
Did you watch that documentary on Maddox?
No, I haven't watched
So
it.
good, dude.
I can't wait to watch that
Dude,
one.
I've only seen snippets of it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I'm
I
going
mean,
to watch that today.
It's way more than just throwing the ball hard, right?
Oh, yeah. Location.
Yeah.
Greg Maddux. Anybody in the world.
Anybody in the world.
Living or dead?
Oh, living or dead? Good one. Dead?
Well, we already saw Bernie throw out the first pitch.
Yeah. Was a good question. Get back to me.
You're thinking way too long about this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get to pick anybody that's dead, wouldn't you pick Carlin?
I'd probably pick Jesus, and then I'd bring you to the game and not tell you, and then I'd go.
So hang on. How do you bring me to the game and not tell me why I'm going?
I just tell you that
I mean,
Kerry
Ethan,
Russell
right?
is going to be there.
So you're going to catfish me
Yeah.
to get me to watch Jesus
Yeah.
throw out the first pitch or pitch by telling me it's Kerry Russell.
Yeah.
Do I get to meet her? Or is that the part of the lie?
Of course. Yeah, you get to meet her. Mm-hmm. She's excited to see you. She's heard a lot about you.
From
Your
who?
Obsession with her.
What if Jesus is a really good guy? And
sure he
He's
is.
a race car driver.
right, and he meets you and he brings Kerry Russell around because he can. He's Jesus.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
And what if he makes a actual physical version of Elastigirl?
I was going to say, what if Kerry Russell was in a Elastigirl costume?
Ooh.
Anybody have a cigarette?
That was quick.
You guys do the rest of the segment by yourself. I'm going to go take a walk around the block.
You're going to find a church, aren't you?
I'm going to find a Halloween Express and ship it to Kerry Russell.
You're the guy who just keeps sending her Elastigirl.
She goes on Instagram. Who's sending me Elastigirl costumes? Just try it on. Shut up and put it on for a second.
What are you, Rosie? Shut up and put it on for a second.
You're the one who wants to watch Greg Maddux pitch. That's weird.
I'll be honest. I wasn't listening. I didn't know what I was supposed to say, so I said Greg Maddux.
Well, thanks for being honest.
But you also just said, shut up and put it on.
Thank you for your honesty.
It's a fantasy situation. You fantasize about old guys throwing baseballs.
Yeah, man. You like what you like.
Thanks, Hugs.
You're welcome. A couple is suing the Venetian in Las Vegas, Nevada. Not a random dude who's from Vienna.
Genius.
What do they call you? They call me the Venetian.
That was a terrible Venetian
That
accent.
wasn't bad.
I don't know what they sound like.
I'll just say, shut up and try this on.
Sound like this.
What? Stop. Why?
Somebody on Twitter said you sound like Pamela from Teen Wolf. Remember when she's in the play, like, when she's like saying right before Michael J.
that's right,
Fox,
yeah, she's on
like she's
stage.
doing this,
Yeah, right.
she's at like a plantation, right?
That's right, yeah.
So whoever on Twitter said that nailed it. Of course, you picked an '80s skank.
Of course I did. She was the best.
Skanks. He is an 80s skank.
Damn right. A few more years, Rosie will be an 80s skank.
Brilliant.
How old is that son of a bitch?
He's exactly 20 years older than me, so I believe he's
It
73.
was 69 in 2020. Because we had the...
The 69th party planned. And then it fell
It was going to
apart.
be unbelievable.
Way to go, COVID.
Yeah, way to go,
Way to
Rosen.
go.
Anyway, a couple is suing the Venetian for damages after an alleged scorpion bit them inside the hotel room.
Sue them.
Yeah,
Oh, I get it. Didn't you go see them, Hogs?
I sure did. The lawsuit says while at the Palazzo Hotel last December, Michael Farchi,
Oh, come on. Farchi.
That's a rough.
My name's Michael. Last name Farchies.
not Farchi.
And he introduces himself like James Bond, essentially?
You know, he went to bed that night thinking, how could my life get any worse? My name's Michael Farchi. And
It was cheese.
Then he woke up to a stinging sensation in his groin area.
Oh,
That's not cool.
Nope.
Then he felt more stings on his hand. He got up and found a scorpion attached to his underwear. Come on, Klaus Schmein.
Yeah. Who's Klaus Schmein?
Who do you think he is? You want to watch him pitch at the Saints game, too? No! He's in the Scorpions! I don't know that, but I figured it out. It's not a hard puzzle to solve.
Klaus Nein! Captain!
Who would you rather wake up clinging to your underwear, Flauschmein or an actual scorpion? It's a good question.
Probably the scorpion.
Klaus with a K.
I'd be like, what the hell? Klaus?
Flausch. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Santa Claus. Why are you clinging to my undies?
Klaus mine, more like Klaus yours.
Flop, sweat, and tears.
Anyway,
When are you guys doing that again? Is it over?
No.
sounds like they're doing it right now.
Hang on.
Are you looking it up?
I have it in my calendar.
Farchi claims employees laughed at him after he contacted the front desk for help.
He said this is Michael Farshi. Or whatever.
He has continued to receive treatment in the months after the scorpion sting, including for his new erectile dysfunction, which I'm sure he had before.
So, but do you...
Yeah, he's blaming that.
oh,
the
no,
scorpion,
this thing ain't
baby.
working anymore.
The problem is man, when it's Vegas, my guess is the guard is up big time for just
for sure.
scams.
Scams,
Of course.
yes.
So a hotel gets a call and says, scorpion bit me, I'm suing you. And they're like, okay, you didn't get stung by a scorpion at the
you lost all
Palazzo
your money
Hotel.
and you're trying to find out how you're going to pay your
Exactly.
rent.
So
Yeah,
they
right.
they probably are unbelievably skeptical, even if the guy actually did get bit multiple times by a scorpion named Flausch
Flauschman.
Cheesy or something or whatever the hell it is. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, man. The Mega Millions is now up to $740 million.
Is it really?
Nobody matched all six numbers in last night's drawing for the $680 million. So the grand prize in the nationwide lottery will roll over to Friday's drawing and will be worth an estimated $740 million with a cash option
All right.
of about $360.
Fine, I'll buy some
Yeah,
tickets.
might as well.
It's the seventh
might as well.
largest jackpot in the history of the game. 2 tickets sold in Michigan and Kansas matched 5 of the 6 numbers and are worth $1 million each. So if you live in Michigan or Kansas or you were there traveling, check your tickets.
Yep.
If I had bought last night, I would have won.
Yeah, that would have been great.
That'd have been cool.
Sauce.
Oh, God, what?
What was the mega ball last night? Just feel it. See if you can sense it.
4.
You were way off. It was 9.
Oh, dang it. That's what I was going to say. I blame Fauci's.
The guy who talked about COVID?
No, the guy whose penis got bit.
It was his groin. Do you know the difference?
No.
Okay, hang on a second here. So if you go to megamillions.com,
Yes.
you know, there's all the previous numbers, and there's, like you just said, Kansas and Missouri had 5 ball matches, right, for $1 million.
Yeah.
But then there's down in the left-hand corner, it says recent winners. Rob H. in Columbus, Ohio, won $30,000.
Oh, good for you, Robbie.
Thomas Ensko in Blackstone, what is that, Massachusetts? No, Maryland is MA, right?
Yeah.
Maryland? He won $1 million. And then, somebody holding up a check in front of their face, right? Probably wants to stay anonymous. It's just listed as Ping Pong Champ won $1 million.
Punk champ.
Just the name
That's his
just says
name?
Ping Pong Champ.
Ping pong champ won $1 million?
Oh, maybe.
MA's Massachusetts.
Okay, it is. What's Maryland then?
MD.
Got it. Yep. Anyway, so apparently in Maryland, you can remain completely anonymous and still take a picture and call yourself Ping Pong Champ and hold up the check in front of your face.
Sweet.
Dude,
I love that he
this
went with-
guy, Mega Millionaires, won like twice.
Squirrel Nut Lover has won $14.
Remember Squirrel Nut Zippers?
Yeah, I did.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Oh,
Hideous.
Terrible.
Awful.
Was that Zoot Suit Riot or was that Cherry Poppin' Daddies?
I don't
Who
know.
cares? Both of that was just.
What a terrible name for a band, by the way.
Yeah.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
I know.
Come
That's
on.
pretty
Or,
weird.
wait, or did Squirrel Nut
Creepy as
Zippers
can
do
be.
that Hell song?
I have no
What
idea.
the? Hang on.
But
I'm
they
gonna
suck.
Google it. They did suck.
Come on, nah.
Nut.
You know, or just put a
Zippers.
zipper on those things?
No.
I think they did the Hell song. Hang on a second here.
Nobody? Okay.
It'd be cool if we could play it.
The hell is that name of that song?
I'm looking through all the names of this one. It's very fun. Kentucky Friends, they won.
Yeah, their hit was Hell. Hit the
Give him hell, hope I give him hell. That song?
no. That's what All American Rejects,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Highway to Hell.
No, that's.
Nope, that's AC/DC.
AC/DC.
That was the album of the year.
Hello.
Give me a hell. Give me a yeah.
That the song Hell hit number 13 on the modern rock tracks in 1996.
Well, what the hell is it?
That song was
How's
everywhere.
the song go? I really can't picture it.
You probably missed that entire era. That was like a swing and jazz bit. It was like right after or kind of during ska. There was a couple of bands that popped up that sounded like they were from the 1930s or 20s.
Okay, yeah.
And Squirrel Nut Zippers were one, and they had one giant hit, and it was called Hell. But
Somebody sing
it
it.
was terrible. Sauce, you remember how it goes?
I have no idea.
Fire is applied to the body. Teeth are extruded and bones are ground
Jeez.
and baked into cakes, which are passed around in the afterlife.
No, this is more of my kind of sex outline. This sounds
sounds
good.
like the-
Keep going.
Documentary I was watching last night.
Oh, this is terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It sounds like a Disney movie evil villains.
Well
like when
said. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 20s jazz band garbage.
When they cut to the villain and like they're doing some song. Yeah.
It would be, what's the dude's name from Princess and the Frog?
Kirk Cousins?
Yes.
What? That's the character's name? All right. You have the best laugh
You
either.
have a Disney laugh. You have a Disney
You sound
villain
like
laugh.
Gargamel.
Oh, is that the hunchback guy?
No.
Well, you did have a hunchback.
Hang on, I know exactly what just happened. You thought that Gargamel was a gargoyle.
Yeah.
When he said the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you thought gargoyle.
I did. Gargamel is the bad guy in Smurfs.
100%.
That's right. That's right.
Not even close to Made of Stone.
Yeah.
No, I don't get that bit.
No.
Zach's still listening to that song.
If we could play
Okay,
it.
now it sounds like it's
I got to look.
an evil Olive Garden.
Oh, don't say that about
There's no
Olive
such
Garden.
thing.
Exactly. Oh boy.
God, I love Olive Garden.
Never Ending Possible in Vegas
When
on
you're-
20 to 30 milligrams.
Oh, I bet.
I was in heaven.
Where is the Olive Garden?
Do you know where that brew dog place
Yeah.
is?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
literally
By the
right
Target?
same- It's above the Target.
Is that right?
You just have to take an elevator up.
You're
Sure
worried
as hell
about
ain't taking the stairs.
No, screw that.
I'm listening to a song. I've never heard it. Sounds like
Yeah.
something from The Mask. No, not the one with Cher.
Yeah, not Mask. The Mask. The is critical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very,
Very important. A very bad joke.
very different film.
Yep, or else you're an a-hole.
I get you. I be liking this.
Brilliant. See what happens when we don't get a lot of sleep?
I've never heard the song.
Again, you're not missing
I've heard
much.
it, right?
100%. It was on.
Yeah.
It was on alt radio for about a year straight. It had its little moment, but I
Let's
never
go to
got
break
into
so
it.
I can hear it because we can't play it on the radio
Sure
anymore.
can't. Sauce, you're going to do sports when we come back.
Yes, sir.
Mark Parrish is here. We think Rosie's coming in like 10 minutes. We don't know. Who knows?
He'll be here.
We'll find out.
More of the Power Trip after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
723 Power Trip Morning Show. Welcome back. Roser is here. Look at you, Mark Rosen.
Mark Rosen, Mark Parrish. Mark
Hi,
Parrish, Mark Rosen.
Rosie.
Hey, nice hat.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Morning, gents.
How are you, buddy?
I'm great.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Feel good.
sorry we worried you yesterday.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
Yeah.
Just catching up with everything that was going on and the shenanigans on Twitter. I wasn't quite sure what the hell was going on. I was coming back from Duluth.
Yeah, we weren't either.
And the
Yeah, we
Lambert
weren't.
compound yesterday. And
Yeah, how's my lover?
your lover's doing well. The Gimp let him out of the basement.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And
Special day.
it was a special day because we visited. No, it was great. It
He
was
got
great.
out for good behavior.
He did. It was really nice. Got to meet Millie for the first time.
She's the best.
She's was rather rambunctious and excited to see some strangers. And beautiful day. We went out and had lunch at Muggs, of course, and can't beat that place. That was
the best.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was great. So we had a great time coming back from Duluth. So I was going to have a first anniversary little getaway from Duluth.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, a nice little hockey arena up there, don't they?
Yes,
Marky?
they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They've been,
that's a
they've been
great
doing
city.
all right.
It really is
I
a
love
great
Duluth.
city.
I
It
really
is.
do.
There's so much
Yep.
going on there. One of my top 5 restaurants ever, Scenic Cafe. We were there. In fact, Brandon's Tenebbe's first cousin was like runs the place. It was like, hey,
Really?
what? Yeah, crazy
Really?
coincidence. Yeah,
Really?
My favorite
Name was Chad, I think.
favorite hockey tourney every year going up was the Spirit of Duluth tournament.
Really? Yeah.
Love
Yeah, I think I know my son had a bunch of friends that went to school there. I think if that's an option in state and that's someplace you want to go. I mean, I know the winters can be a little harsh getting up the hills.
Rosie, were you the one telling me about the Duluth family sauna up there?
No.
I forget who it was.
There was somebody, though. Who was it?
Was not me.
Oh, no,
Sounds
no.
like something you would do,
No.
Rosie. Is
No,
A family
like
sauna?
Yeah, like a place to go get a massage and stuff like that. Like it's been there forever, apparently.
Oh, I don't know.
Sounds like the kind of place you would take Nick before you go see a movie.
It's been there since the 1920s.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Phenomenal place.
Steam bath near the shores of Lake Superior.
No. No, I have not
With family sauna.
partaked, as they say. Nope.
Yeah, check it
So
out. Anyway, yeah,
here
love
we
it.
are.
Yeah, here we are, and we got to do some sports now
Yeah, it's good.
because sports boy over there.
Yes, sports.
Oh my God! Can we make that stick?
Sports boy is fine.
All around property
Thanks
preservation.
all around. I'll take it away, sports boy.
So before I do
I
sports,
love that.
Hockey told me something off the air that he said, don't tell anybody, but I have to.
Oh,
No,
of
you
course.
don't have to. That's why I say
I love that.
This is sports
That's
boy's
the thing.
superpower is telling secrets.
What? Honestly, that's why I say the words. Don't say this on the radio.
That's never stopped anybody.
He told me last
I'm gonna tell you.
that he almost pooped his bed.
Because of the oatmeal bit, the
What happened?
overnight oats.
You told me not to say it, but I had to say something because
No, you
that's too
didn't.
good.
He did.
Because your dad's real proud of you.
Why would my dad be proud?
I don't know, because I'm an idiot.
He's proud of me because you're an idiot. I guess, yeah. Comparing me to you makes him happy.
How
I'm
did
sure
you
you're right.
almost poop the bed?
I told you I had the overnight oats, and I must be allergic to something because my gosh, my belly is still a rumbling
Oh, boy.
right now. And I don't know, oh God. I was awakened because I don't know, passed gas in the middle of the night, I guess, and I nearly pooped myself in the bed.
That would have been.
It would have been
disgusting.
bad. And so I asked Sauce if he'd ever done it because I know the answer is yes.
That's crap, man.
Daunting.
I ran myself to the restroom and it was the middle of the night and I was thinking this is the lowest of my lows.
I think that's crap.
Right. I almost pooped the bed. What am I, 8 or 83? No, I'm 53 and I almost pooped the bed. No more overnight oats for me.
No.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why I didn't tell the story on the air?
Off
Yeah.
the list.
Yeah.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, way to go, Saucy.
Thanks, Sauce.
The Twins lost 2-1 to the Rays last night. They only managed 6 hits. They were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They are 75-63. They now trail the Guardians by 4.5 games. The third game of this 4-game series starts tonight at 5:50, and somebody is pitching for them that I've never heard of.
For who? The Twins?
Yeah.
They have a name?
Say it.
What is it, Corey?
Yeah.
Ronnie Henriquez? Henry? I don't know how to say his last name.
Oh, man. I mean, I know he was in the minor league system. I thought they called up Louis Varland to pitch today, but.
I don't know. ESPN has that Ronnie guy.
Yeah, Ronnie
Okay,
guy.
Interesting.
Don't ask me.
Ask
Yeah.
Sports.
Ask Sports Boy.
Sports boy.
That's Twins News, brought to you by Quantum Fiber.
Yeah, it looks like more and more they're going to end up in one of those wild card spots. I mean, they have a very high percentage of landing one of those.
92, I think.
Yeah, so that's great. I mean, I don't think they're going to catch Cleveland right now. They're not playing consistent enough and not getting enough.
No.
You know, they got some tough series ahead. Meanwhile,
How many games do they have left?
they're 4.5 back of Cleveland.
Yeah, well, how many games in the season?
They got 25 or so left, give or take.
Yeah.
What is their record, Sauce?
All right. We got some time. We got time.
What? 75-63.
Another superpower of Sports Boy is not listening in his own segment.
How about
5, so 138 games into the season.
Yeah, and we might be watching arguably the worst team in the history of Major League Baseball right now. I mean, you're not watching it; you're paying attention.
The Twins
to
aren't
it.
that bad.
The White Sox are now. I can't even say this out loud. 31-109.
Only if she's 5'3".
I think we just saw on ESPN this is their third 12-game or more losing streak of the season.
Imagine walking into that clubhouse every day going, hey,
Parish
boys,
can.
what's up?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I know exactly how it feels. The 2000-2001 New York Islanders.
What was your record?
Bad. I know we
Was
were.
that the worst team you were
I
ever
know
on?
we were 31 out of 31 teams.
Really?
Tampa was 30th
What
and
year was
31,
it, buddy?
and they were beating us 6-0 after 2 periods.
Well, but
What
that
was
was
the
fun
year?
to walk into every day.
Oh yeah, I was really glad
What
I had
year
an
and what team?
MCL issue that day. New York Islanders, 2000-2001.
Wow.
We didn't have. I mean, we only had a handful of road wins all year. We only had like 4 or 5 or something like that all
hockey
year.
tradition city, area. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
but can
was
I ask you a
tough.
question, though, Mark? Most importantly, did the check clear?
Yeah.
Then who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I got re-signed. So
Hell yeah, you did.
Man.
Well, there was nowhere to go but up. Bring that guy back.
You guys went 21-51?
Yeah.
With 7 ties?
something like that. How many? Does it say how many road wins we had on there? It wasn't
Maybe
that many.
2.
Yeah. I think we only we had a couple of different losing streaks. I think double digits games. One was like close to 20. I think.
Who was your head coach at the time?
It was Butch Gorin.
Ooh, there's a hockey name.
And then it was Lorne Henning.
Yep, and Butch
Former
went
North Star coach.
17, 45, and 3, whatever the hell that means.
Yep.
And then Henning went 4, 11, 2, and 0.
Oh, man.
Let's see
Yeah,
how
we-
you did this year.
Another
Mark
illustrious
Parrish.
former
was-
North Star coach.
Let's see.
I think I got. If I don't remember, I think I might have scored 17 goals. It was not. It was.
Dude, what? That's exactly the right number. You scored 17
How
that
about
year.
that?
Eddie!
I have no idea how many.
17
like
goals,
4.
13 assists.
Close.
Had a negative 27 plus minus.
Yeah.
On a team that bad.
Yeah, me and Big Z's, Zdeno Chara tied for the green jacket that year in the NHL, minus 27.
This is, think about it, post all those Stanley Cups they won.
Yeah.
Say what you just said again. You did
Man.
what? We tied with who?
Big Zdeno Chara, Big Z. We were the worst in the NHL at minus 27 each.
That's pretty good.
He had 157 penalty minutes. Did Zdeno Chara?
Yeah. He's like 6'9", 280 pounds with about
How big is he?
4% body fat. 6'9", off skates.
Off skates.
That's a huge
And he's
dick.
like 290
Yeah.
pounds. His dad was a Slovakian
Bigfoot.
Greco-Roman wrestler,
Okay.
and his mom was a Slovakian Olympic basketball player.
And he got into hockey.
And he got into hockey.
Wow.
Paul, your hands up.
His mom, Woodhawk.
Duh.
Good Lord.
I mean, if she allowed me.
Duh.
The Vikings,
He'd need a ladder, but
Rosie,
Goody goo-goo.
open their season this Sunday at noon in New York against the Giants. Our Vikings are 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 41.5. Pregame starts at 10. We will get our first injury report of the season today.
Sounds optimistic about Jordan Addison.
It does, yeah.
So if he indeed is going to start, that gives you all the weapons with Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, other than T.J. Hawkinson, who should be ready for the London game, apparently, against the Jets. That's the one they're pointing at. He's got to miss the first 4. But I'm excited. I don't know why.
Me too.
I really am. I'm excited to see this product, especially offensively with the weapons they have against a really mediocre Giants team. I know people might be looking nationally at the Vikings in that same breath as that word mediocre. But if I was a betting man, and I am, I would absolutely take the Vikings in this game.
Seifert on Barrero's show last night said something I hadn't thought of that I thought was very interesting, that I would have had a lot of questions about. Barrero basically said, give me your prediction. What's going to happen this year with the Vikings? And Seifert said, like, the days of writers doing, here's my yearly predictions are gone because the algorithms and the computers can basically kick out statistically, the Vikings are slated for 6.7 wins. That's their number. So it doesn't matter if Billy thinks it's going to be 8 and Tommy thinks it's going to be 5 because you run a million simulations and that's a better prediction than one guy's opinion. I think it's a little bit of both. I would love to know both, right? I want to know what somebody that follows it like Seifert, what does he think? But then, sure, give me the algorithm. Give me the number.
Yeah.
Why can't we have both? Don't we always say that about the best managers in baseball are ones that understand the game theory, understand the analytics, but then can also play it by feel. Poker's the same way. You got to know the solvers, but you got to go off your gut.
Well, especially people who cover the Vikings in this case locally. I think they're objective enough to be, and they're close enough. They certainly know a lot more about the team than the people on the TV behind you, in terms of, it's not even on.
They're talking about the Cowboys,
but because it's just easy to fall into
television.
That trap of, let's just attach a number to the team because they played this way last year and they don't have Kirk Cousins. They've had a quarterback change. McCarthy's hurt. They're going to win 5 games. It's just, you just spit it out. And you say that both good and bad. I mean, but there's always surprise teams. And, the Vikings have an opportunity in a very competitive division. But, hey, we got football tomorrow night, so there you go.
Damn right, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, again, these are humans, right? This is not just a matrix. Yes. Anything's possible, but I think everybody realistically knows the Vikings have to have a lot of things go their way for this to be a successful season.
Yes.
And it all starts with Darnold.
100%.
If he's the Sam Darnold that we've seen for, 6 years? How long has he played in the NFL? Is this year 7?
Blow up in their face.
Then we're going to be 5-12.
Right.
If they can find magic with him, he has a lot of weapons around him. And I think the people that are betting against the Vikings are betting against Sam Darnold.
And that makes total sense.
And it makes a ton of sense because he's never proven it. If he does overachieve, then who knows how good this team can be.
Right. The beauty of this season, too, is if they're great, that's awesome. That's found money. If they're bad, it's not the end of the world.
No.
They have their franchise quarterback.
Waiting.
And if they can stumble into a top 5 pick, they have that. They have a ton of cash to spend on the other holes that they have. It's not the worst thing.
It's almost
if they're bad.
It's like the Bears in reverse, right? Because the Bears traded the Bryce Young bit and got a haul and then fell into Caleb Williams. This would be, we get J.J. McCarthy, he gets injured, the season goes south, and then we get the haul next year.
Correct.
Because we don't need a quarterback because we have J.J. So then you can sell next year's top 5 pick for a haul.
Correct.
Which would be fine. But you don't want to put up with a 4-13 season. That would suck. But the back end of it would be
not
pretty
interested
positive.
in that. That I can tell you.
But as Corey says, if you get the first pick overall, you get the first pick in every round.
Every round, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Gophers will look to bounce back on Saturday after their loss to UNC.
Oh boy.
The Gophers have lost 5 straight regular season games. They will battle Rhode Island at 11 a.m. Pregame at 9 right here on The Fan.
Rhode Island has a football team?
I guess. We haven't seen a line yet.
Man.
I know I've asked this because of the Mike Myers joke, but why did it get the name Rhode Island if it's not an island?
I don't know.
To look up the...
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
have Zach look it up.
What does the guy from Halloween have to do with it?
I don't know. That's it's one of those mysteries of life. It's not an island.
No.
I don't think I've been there.
Providence?
I would think you would know.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been to Providence. Yeah.
Providence, I think everyone, hockey world there.
Yep.
Is it lovely or not?
It's okay.
It's all right, yeah. It's I'm going to go with okay.
It's not
okay.
Maine.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with okay there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
agree
going to
with
be
you,
a little bit
Perry.
nicer, but it's okay.
A lot of people say nice things about Vermont and Maine and New Hampshire, right?
Yes.
Especially in the fall.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't hear a
Maine
lot
is-
about Rhode Island.
No. I love Maine.
Maine is
gorgeous.
stunning.
That's what I've heard.
Dutch explorer Adrian Block called the land Roet Eiland, which means Red Island, because of the red clay at its shore, and the name later evolved to Rhode Island.
So he thought it was an island when he first found it? When he first got there?
I think it's more.
What a
it was more
dummy.
like red land, red
check
land,
his
and
phone?
Why
then,
didn't he say Redland?
because he didn't speak English. He was a Dutch explorer.
Right.
But I mean, they
He
know the
spoke
difference
Dutch.
between an island and a land in Dutch, don't they?
Hey, Zachary, just one more time, just because I know the listeners want it. Could you do your Dutch accent and explain how he named it again?
Dutch explorer called it Roet Eiland.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You might want to dump that.
Vikings news is next on the Fan.
Fan.
She sleeps alone tonight.
Hey, Sauce.
Yeah, Steve.
Is it fair to assume, since you played this song and are
Yeah.
sitting in Chris's chair,
Yep.
that Overnight Oats is attacking Hawk yet again?
He said, quote, well, I can't quote the entire thing, but he said, quote, sit here before I ask my pants. So I
Man.
said, I'm playing Rise.
Again, not a great endorsement for that product unless you're trying to just eliminate all the waste in your system.
Right. And
Because he's
doing
been
that.
leaking for 24 hours.
Did he not read all the writing on that bottle? Maybe that's exactly what it is.
Not sure.
Maybe he took, something else was a laxative as opposed to.
That's hot.
I love there's no filter ever on this show.
No, that's what makes this show great. It's just guys being dudes.
Just like, I can't.
Yeah, it's a boys' club.
And
Right? No ladies allowed.
Yeah.
it's not fair.
Ever.
Overnight Oats on the attack.
Yep.
Sports boy
Sports boy.
leaping into action.
What was the name of that woman that used to be on? I first started listening to this very radio station, Sports Babe.
Yeah, the Fabulous Sports
Yeah,
Babe or something like that. That was before my time, but I've heard of her.
Yeah, I heard. Used to listen to her.
Isn't that like a website thing we had too?
We had the Babe bracket for a long time.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
The Babe bracket was gigantic when people cared about clicks.
Right.
Right.
How?
So we had photo galleries because every time you clicked another photo, it looked like the website was, going through the roof. So I remember back in the day, Clear Channel at the time, before we were iHeart, was like, you guys should keep doing that. We were getting a bazillion hits. It's like, I guess. And then when we finally took it away, they were like devastated because their numbers, plummeted.
Dropped. Right.
This was Rosie every time we would go on KFAN.com.
You'll be salivating when you see it.
And we would draft gals specifically that had like endless photos because then we could get bigger galleries. And I remember when I first started dating my wife, she saw who I drafted and she was like, these are the kind of gals you like? And I'm like, well, not necessarily. It's not Carrie Russell, but these are the gals that we have 50 photos of that the horny rubes will click through. And they did.
They did.
That they did.
And then one time, somebody used to work here, tried to draft.
Careful. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they weren't
We should probably check ages.
part of it.
Yep, that was a problem.
And we were all like, dude. And then I think Star or somebody Googled it and was like, you can't take her.
Yep, not quite there yet, buddy. That got awkward. So we just said, what are we doing?
Yeah. Move on.
But then I remember there was a year that Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory won.
I think I picked her.
And I think that we knew that was the end.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Why?
sure everybody on Rube Chat had nice things to say about her.
Oh, my God. I do not miss Rube Chat for a
Chat
second.
sucks.
That was the worst.
There's nothing worse. I mean, there's a few things worse,
Yeah, there are a couple things
but
worse.
it's pretty bad.
It was bad. It was the worst parts of Twitter, and Twitter's really bad.
Yeah, it was Twitter before Twitter.
It really was. I just can't. What always confused me about Rube Chat was that
turn the rise off.
like I'm trying to think of a I'll just use my favorite band. If I loved 311, if I went to their message board, but then just told them all the things that I hated about the songs that I don't like.
Right.
That was it.
Or as you always said, if you just wrote letters to NBC about, Daddy's Home or all the TV shows you hated.
Yeah. I never understood it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Should we do Vikings news?
Yeah, I don't know where the thing is.
Just be in the
sing
show
Radko.
business page.
Thanks, Daddy.
No, it's not there anymore, actually. Never mind.
Where is it?
It's from like the previous hour in the law. It's
Well, hang on. The guy who normally is doing this is pooping his pants.
time now for Vikings News.
Hang on.
Presented by
Hang on.
I mean, we can just say Radko.
Well,
Radko.
hang on. It's funnier if we do the bit.
your truck accessory.
Are you okay?
No.
I can't find it.
I got it for you here. Oh, no. Why is it there it is.
Did you put it in the thing for me?
Take me out to dinner first.
Here, I got it.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radko!
Your truck accessories pro.
The NFL season starts tomorrow night. The Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. And then Friday, the Green Bay Packers are technically at the Eagles, but that game is in Brazil. At
No one wants
7:15.
to. They've been warned not to leave their hotel rooms.
Yeah.
The players, the families aren't traveling. Apparently, at least most of them aren't.
Well, that's
Players
nice.
are freaking out because they're going out. We were told, do not leave the hotel. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, then it's great to do a game there.
Yeah.
But isn't that the same thing with Mexico City? The NBA keeps floating Vegas and Seattle are the front runners for expansion, but Mexico
Correct.
City is looming. And I just got to believe there's a lot of players that would not want to have $200 million in the bank and be walking around Mexico City. Right? That's a
Yeah, I
giant
think
target on your back in a
it
city
is.
that's pretty dangerous.
It's gotten a lot better. I mean, I know son's got a friend who lives there and absolutely loves it.
Well, that's because he's connected to the cartel.
That's beside the point.
Yeah.
So he feels pretty safe.
Yeah, he was.
I was in Mexico City. There was a select, was it 16s or 17s? I can't remember what it was, but it was the U.S., Russia, Canada, and Japan.
You guys played hockey in Mexico City.
La
That
Copa
don't make no
Mexico.
sense.
It was,
They have hockey rinks down there?
They're brand new. They just opened a couple of ice rinks. And they had no idea what they were doing.
Jeez.
They had one skate with the open skate where they literally just left the Zamboni at center ice for like 4 hours. So we had some nice tire marks right in the middle of the center ice. And then, well, Mexican plexiglass is exactly what you think it would be. They had to double them up. Because literally, like one hard shot would just shatter glass.
That's kind of fun.
They were changing so much glass that instead of it, because it was taking so long to do the games, to play the games because of it, they would just double them up. So then, if the front one broke, they just sweep it up and get off the ice and wait for the next one to break.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
What a mess.
We could. The one nice thing about it is that we could get a bottle of tequila for any roll of tape.
That was it.
That was it.
Any roll of tape.
Of tape. And the people in Mexico were absolutely in love. Just good old white hockey
tequila.
cloth tape.
Interesting. Wow. What a weird currency exchange. I give you tequila, you give me tape.
Yes.
Either way. So yeah, that sounds fun to not be able to leave your room in Brazil.
Yeah, a couple players have been outspoken about it, saying I don't even want to play.
And again, that's a 9:15 start in Brazil. 7:15 here, but 9:15. That's a late start. You got to throw off your whole schedule if you're a 9:15.
For those of you wondering, I think that's the Peacock game. You have to make sure you have Peacock.
What?
Button bar in order to watch it.
I played the Peacock game one time.
What happened?
You lost.
Yeah, Rosie was there.
The Vikings open their season, though, on Sunday at noon against the Giants right here on the Fan. Pregame at 10. Fan line follows. DraftKings has the Vikings as a 1.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 41, which is one of the lower over-under totals of the weekend.
Do not adjust your TVs either, because the Giants are celebrating their 100th anniversary of being in existence, and they are wearing, at least to my way of thinking, the ugliest throwback jerseys I have ever seen in my life.
Well, let me take a look here.
Go look at them. You may love them. We've seen some pretty hideous ones, and you have to honor the tradition, and the Giants are doing that.
Those are badass. Are you nuts?
You like those?
Those look super cool.
Oh, let me see.
I don't mind the jerseys. The pants are terrible.
Pants are terrible.
Shitty. I'm with Rosie. Those are terrible.
They look like the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh
those look
my God.
badass.
That's true.
Exactly what I thought.
No, those are
Montreal
terrible.
Canadians.
Yeah, well,
now we can't lose to this team, can we?
No, we can't lose to them anyway.
They call the
I might
red
have to buy one of those.
Century Red.
Buy one of those.
I might.
Yeah, who would you get on it?
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yes.
The second reference of the day.
The Hulk. That's right.
No.
Anyway.
By the way, do you see there's rumors swirling, and I think Kay Adams poked at it, but there's rumors swirling that Kay Adams, formerly of Good Morning Football or whatever, is dating Daniel Jones. I think she's kind of half denying it or joking about it, but that's the hot rumor now is that the two of them are dating.
Oh.
I have no idea if it's true or not. Who cares? It's fun, right?
Uh-huh. I have some audio. I was trying to call the hotline because I was on the toilet.
Oh, sorry.
And I was calling the hotline to tell Saucy that... hey, there's Vikings audio in there if you want to play it. Mm-hmm. And he said, the hotline wasn't ringing. And
I didn't see the red light. Did anybody else?
All you have to do is look to your left. Saucy, what's your name, Corey? Look down at the phone right now.
Yeah, it's hotline
It's definitely blinging, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely
I didn't
works.
see it.
Phone rang for 10 minutes.
Man, that's...
Yeah.
I was too busy making poop jokes.
That doesn't surprise me now.
By the way, Kay Adams said, quote, "You got to protect my boy, who the world and internet thinks is my boy." So, and then she's apparently trying not to laugh. So I guess she's laughing at the rumors.
Oh, all right.
So, but that's the perfect thing to say if you're trying to deny rumors.
You're damn
too.
right. Okay.
She's very attractive. He's a good-looking dude. He's just not a great quarterback.
She would have been a very high pick in the Babe bracket.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Good-looking lady?
Oh, yeah, very pretty. And Daniel Jones looks like he's supposed to be unbelievable, right? Because he does have the quarterback look.
Yeah.
He just doesn't throw it very well.
He sure did the playoff game.
Sure did.
Well,
What a mess.
The one time he did it.
Here's KOC. He talked to the media yesterday, and he talked about Sam Darnold thinking on the fly.
Whether it's a check down, putting the ball in play, giving one of
this was a PA.
our eligibles a chance to make some yards after a catch. If it's Sam using his athletic ability, go get what you can, protect yourself, and let's get right back in the huddle and do it again. That's how he's played. That's how he's really prepared himself. Now we get a game plan to hone in on exactly what we want to get done, each individual play, what are the problems that we've got to navigate through together, and then give him a quieted mind and let him go play, because I'm excited to see him play. I really am.
Hey, Rosie.
Yes, sir.
Whether Darnold is terrible, okay, or great, I can't see a path where he's back next year, right? If he's terrible, we move on.
Right.
If he's okay, you still give it to McCarthy. If he's terrific, he signs a giant deal somewhere else. So
I agree.
I just
pretty much
can't
with
see
that
a
assessment.
path without a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is what he has.
Unless McCarthy has some sort of setback, which no one anticipates coming back from the meniscus.
But wouldn't you
No,
still
he's-
have somebody else just hold down the fort because Darnold signed somewhere else?
If he has a really good year, he's going to convert this $10 million a year salary into something much, much, much higher. And he knows that. This is what he's playing for. He's literally auditioning for the rest of his career and trying to obviously win right now. I guess it's a nice problem to have because the Vikings have really nothing to lose in that context because they have their future quarterback who, by all accounts, may have started this week or within a week or two had he stayed on course. So, but Sam Darnold has a chance, and that's all you can ask for.
Here's KOC on JJ, if you don't mind there, Rosen.
Sure.
Continue building on what you've already done in this building in a short amount of time because everybody's excited about JJ. We just don't get to see him, which is probably what eats away at him the most. But at the same time, we know there's a lot of valuable time ahead for him to truly hit the ground running when we get the opportunity to get him out there.
Yeah, I don't know when that is, but he's attending meetings already, and he's involved in game
Riding around on a
plans.
scooter, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Remember that viral video?
21 years old.
That,
God, you bounce back pretty quick.
yeah.
That song we used to play, Chimpanzee Riding on a Segway. Remember that bit?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It went viral like 20 years ago.
What? Do you do drugs?
There was a song that was about a chimpanzee.
Riding on a
Exactly.
Segway.
You remember.
No,
And it was exactly what you think. It was a video of a chimp that was riding on a Segway. And then they wrote a song about it. I don't think that's going to be in Chimp Crazy, but it could be.
Did somebody try and nurse that chimp?
Man.
Brody.
I would have lost all of my money that was the deal breaker for Chris.
I don't know
Tell
why
Rosie
that
what
grossed
it
me out
was.
so much.
Yeah, tell Rosie about why you stopped watching Chimp Crazy.
There's,
It's a new documentary on HBO.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Oh, yeah? Which bits and pieces did you see?
I very little of it because I was like, I Not interested.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I
Chris
moved
also
on to-
checked out.
I tuned in because she bills herself as the
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton of the chimp
of
world. And
course.
I'm like, well, a couple things I like about Dolly, and
Yeah.
and I'm a
Her
tune in.
voice,
Yeah, of course. And
writing ability.
right there in the first episode, I'm already struggling because it's just weird, man. I'm just weirded out. Like the part where the one chimp is going crazy over the opening of 2001. I'm like, lady, that chimp will kill you,
Right.
right? But then the baby chimp wouldn't take a bottle, so
Oh, no.
yeah,
yeah.
she did.
No,
flopped
no,
that
she
sucker
didn't.
right
Oh,
out.
yes, she did.
No.
And
come
Rosie.
on.
And
Was it
Rosie.
on
she-
camera?
Yeah.
Well, she apparently was famous. She got in newspapers and stuff. But what was this in the 70s?
God.
She had just had a baby, so her body was prepared for that anyway. And this premature chimp was not able to take formula, so she said, yeah, "I had to do what I had to do." So her kid was on one, the chimp was on the other.
That's what we eat.
Oh my God!
Well, yes, Rosie, but you don't have to give it to a chimp.
I didn't know
Yay.
you classified yourself a chimp.
So where are they biting?
They probably did.
As Corey said, he can't believe that was the jumping off point for hockey.
I don't know why that freaked me out, but it did. I mean, it should freak a normal person out.
I know.
but
I was
I'm
going to
not a
say, I
normal
know why
person.
it freaked you out.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the crew thinking when they were watching this? The cameraman.
Molly Crew? Tommy Lee? Vince
He
Neil?
probably
They're like,
was.
yeah, ain't so bad.
I don't think Vince Neil knew where he was.
Let's get a little closer to
I
the
wish
camera
Darwin
here.
was alive for this one.
Get back to the pie.
Rosie!
I don't know about that part.
I didn't say that.
Sick!
Rosie, remember when you were like, make room?
These other guys are hungry and they're going after it, and I don't want to work that hard tonight.
Right, Rosie.
What was that context?
Do you have it's time to take the nipple out of...
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
that was
have to
Tory
play it.
Hunter's
You just did
soundbite.
it.
And do you remember how many days in a row the Power Trip covered that story when that chimp ripped that lady's face
Yeah.
off?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a national story,
I
but
mean,
we couldn't
literally,
get enough.
I'll never forget.
It was terrible.
I
Just
think
terrible.
we played the 911 call, and I don't think
so horrifying.
I don't think Star or I could listen to it because it's so bad.
Well, the lady is the lady that owns the chimps was basically screaming, "He's killing my friend! He's
Yeah.
ripping her face
right,
off!"
right.
And you see in this documentary, because I had forgotten how graphic it was.
Yep.
She has almost no face left.
Yeah, I'm not
that thing
watching
ripped
that.
every piece of
I'm
her
not
off.
watching that.
No.
Ripped her nose off, ripped her ears off, like
Sick.
just ripped her face off, like it was Castor Troy and Sean
Hannibal
Archer.
Lecter.
Yeah, there you go.
Did she continue to nurse this chimp, or was that a
Buck bar.
one? Was that a one
You have to
time?
watch for yourself, Rosie.
I'm not going to.
Rosie, you are doing a great job of acting like you haven't already seen this.
I would absolutely admit if I had seen maybe 30 seconds of the show and I went, I'm not interested in this. I'm watching a show. What is it on Apple, Netflix with Sofia Vergara as a mob boss?
Oh,
Really good.
yeah. She's the
Nikki would love it.
I've watched that one. Griselda.
It doesn't even,
Griselda.
yes, it doesn't
Griselda,
even look
yeah.
like her. Well, it kind of looks like her.
Yeah, the
but
little-
they changed her face a little
that's
bit.
Can you imagine if you were a prematurely born chimp
Yeah.
and you don't get Sofia Vergara?
Yeah.
You get this crazy chimp lady?
Oh, man. No, you got me to watch it probably now.
See? I knew we
Hook me in.
We got one.
that we had him
got
breastfeeding.
Do it.
Do it.
This is Rosie watching. Hey, go ahead.
Do it.
Oh my God, Mark.
Go ahead.
Go back to the bathroom.